Hey everyone out there, I'm Connor and you're watching the Movavi vlog, your go-to channel for creating cool videos. My friend Roman recently took a trip to the mountains and shot local landscape scenes with the help of a drone and his digital camera. So here is a video we made using that footage. Stunning, right? But can anyone guess where that video was shot? If you have any guesses, leave those in the comments. With this video as the example, we want to show you how to edit background music into your video in the most spectacular and professional way. From today's episode, you're going to learn where you can get music for your video, how the choice of music affects the perception of the video, how to map out and edit a soundtrack, what beats, bars, and measures are, how to edit a video by stressed beats, and how to use musical accents. Now, let's move on. Let's just say you've recently gone on vacation like Roman. So you've got tons and tons of videos of random stuff that you want to edit into a fascinating video so that you can post it on social media or something like that. Finding suitable music for your travel videos is honestly half the battle. Music is truly in charge of perception. A bit later I'm going to show you how it works, but for now let's start by figuring out what our soundtrack's going to be. We wanted the track to be upbeat and melodic to show us excitement for the beauty of nature. Another important aspect is that our track is supposed to have noticeable dynamics. That is, difference in quiet and loud parts. We've accessed YouTube's free sound library where we found a song called Yellow Jello, which we eventually used in this video. Looking for music through YouTube's sound library is actually pretty easy because you're able to filter a lot of things like mood, the genre, and plenty of other parameters. Apart from YouTube, you can find music on audioblocks.com. However, they do charge a subscription fee. And if you've got Movavi Video Editor installed, then you can pick the perfectly suitable track using the built-in audio library. You can't even imagine how important the choice of music is for a video. For example, here is what the video with Roman would have looked like if we picked a different song. I've used the same footage, but the vibe has definitely changed. So be careful with the type of music that you're choosing for each scene. Okay then, so we picked the music, but what's next? Sure, you can make a video with all the pieces that you have and just throw them together and then throw some music on top of it. Yet you'll take your video to a whole nother level when you edit it in accordance to the music. I'm gonna show you how to cut your videos step by step with the music using Movavi Video Editor Plus. And we'll teach you about that in the practical section, which starts... I'm pretty sure it's supposed to start right now, so let's go. Before adding the video, let's deal with the audio first. So, upload that audio track into Movavi Video Editor. Listen to the track once again and divide it into logical parts in your head. For instance, here is a quiet intro. By the way, you can clearly see it on the waveform, which is a graphic representation of sound waves. After the intro comes the drop. This is a point in a track where a sudden change of pace happens in order to enhance the energy of the song. Right after the drop, there's the loud main theme. Then there's the quiet part again, different from the beginning, though it sounds more like a verse. After that, it becomes totally quiet. Then there's a build-up, and then all the structure is repeated again. Parts of the track are easy to lay out on the timeline with the help of markers. For example, I want to mark out the part where the track is building up. Place the playhead at the start of the build-up and click the flag icon or use the Ctrl-M combination. In the text box, you can enter the name of the marker. Now the marker has been fixed on the timeline, and if you point at it, you can see the name. The marker can be removed by right-clicking the mouse and selecting Remove Marker. This way you can mark out all parts of your piece of music. So overall, I like the way that it's starting to sound, but our track is 2 minutes and we want to break it down to 30 to 40 seconds. So how do we do that? We chop it up, take some parts out, put some parts in, replace some parts, swap it up. For example, I want to replace one half of the intro with that build-up from the second part of the track. First, let's cut the intro into two halves. Then let's find the point with the speed up, which we've already marked out, cut it out, and join it with the first half looking at the waveform. I figured I wouldn't delete the second half of the intro completely, but I'd rather leave a small piece over the build-up part for a smoother transition. We can also add a fade-out effect on this piece. The result sounds like this. As if it had always been this way. So now that our audio has been edited, let's add in the video. We're going to show you a few different ways that you can edit to music using Roma's video as an example. In the intro, I decided to add some shots from the drone. So we got the woods, some flowing water, a car, and a few mountain shots. But how do I cut them? So here's where we're going to need a little bit of music theory. There are downbeats and upbeats in music, which create a rhythmic pulse. That rhythmic pulse can then be tied in with stressed and unstressed syllables in words. A downbeat is a stressed syllable in the world of music, and that's what we're going to focus on. Try to tap the rhythm with your foot or nod along with your head. You'll eventually find that rhythm that we're talking about. If I play the track and count 1, 2, 3, 4, the downbeat is on the 1, and those 1, 2, 3, 4 combine into one measure. So you have the beats 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have the measure, which is all of them together. Of course, there's no strict rule that states that you need to change the scene every time that there's a downbeat. We'll explain what we're talking about. Add the first scene with the forest on the timeline. Let's not make any edits during the first two measures and give the viewer some time to contemplate the forest. At the beginning of the third measure on the downbeat, let's add a title to the name of the video and let it hang there for another two measures. On the downbeat of the fifth measure, where the buildup begins, we'll add the water scene and leave it there for two measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the downbeat of the seventh measure, we'll add the car scene and cut it right before the beginning of the eighth measure. It's easier to cut the footage looking at the waveform, once again. As you can see, the closer we get to the drop, the more frequent the cuts happen. Now it'll get even faster. After the car scene, we have 4 quick beats that can be clearly seen on the waveform. These are called accents that create tension before the drop. In this short fragment, we'll insert 4 mountain scenes. The scene will change on every beat. This will connect this part of the video rhythmically with the soundtrack. Then on the drop, we'll add a cool transition from the new parallax category. Now it looks like the video blows up together with the song. In the final part of our video, all the changes in the music will rhyme with the video sequence, but not just because of the cuts. Do you see these peaks in the waveform? These are also accents. Let's cut the video with the people and mountains here and add a filter broken lens from the noise section. See? Now the twitchy image matches the musical accents. The final sound of our video is a drop again. This time it's not placed before the downbeat, but it exactly coincides with it. Let's cut the video with the people at the point of the drop and add there some footage filmed from the same angle, but this time with no people in the frame. The music stops and the people abruptly disappear together with it. It looks spectacular. Obviously, we've barely covered this tip, but it's going to help a lot because now your video and your audio are working together. Thanks for watching the video till the end. If you liked the video, definitely give us a thumbs up. Feel free to ask questions on today's topic as well in the comment section. We'll definitely respond. If you're interested in working with sound, definitely check out our videos on that topic because we've got tons of information there, lots of tips and tricks, and all of that's going to be listed in the description, so check it out. So that's it for today. Have a good one.